What's going on, everybody? Gem Mint here, and I've been super excited about this one ever since they announced the Superman and the new Batman premium format statues, quarter scale, sculpted capes, comic versions. We did Superman the other day, so now we have Batman. Here's the front of the art box. You have that kind of mysterious side profile of the statue. Moving around to the side, you've got a yellow background with the Batman logo and a larger look at what we're about to unbox. The beautiful premium format sculpted by Martin Canali. Before we jump into it, if you guys are digging these videos, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Let's jump into it. All right, it's only a one-layer box, but there is a little compartment on top here. So removing the straps and that top lid, and you can see there are like a million pieces here. So many bats, it's reminding me of the Prime 1 Batman Hush in the Batcave statue. Yeah, so each one of those bags has a corresponding number. So you have numbers 1 and 2 right here. You can see similar paint tones with the browns and the shadowing, and the sculpts are similar as well. You have this bat with his wings flapping downward, and then they have their wings extended. Some of these pieces, they'll just have half of a wing or just half of a body with a wing. But you can see here with the red and the orange keys, we're gonna go ahead and match that up for the assembly. You can see the texture sculpted inside of those wings. Here's another 2 pieces. So I just grabbed them 2 by 2. I figured we would take a quick look at all the bats. But for a Sideshow piece, man, it's just incredible how many pieces they have actually made here. And it reminds me of the Man-Bat statue that's coming out. I have that one on my radar. But yeah, just more bats, more different color-coded keys. You got the silver, the baby blue. Here's just a couple of wings that'll go all throughout the smoke on the base. Another bat with another wing. So you guys get the idea. I actually had to keep the bags with the numbers in the little places where those bats go so I could put them back into the bag. I didn't want to get it mixed up for the assembly, but I think I might have mixed up a few anyway. Look at these elongated wings here on the purple key. Then you have another baby blue. Big wings. They're going to go all over Batman's arm, all throughout the smoke coming out of the top of the building. Here's with the red bottom and the orange key. Just a ton of bats. There was like 35 pieces, I believe it was, in just this one compartment alone. More wings. These are all totally different pieces. And here we have another pair of bats with the red and the orange. It's got to be more than the Hush piece. Flapping upward, flapping down. Here's the last solo bat with the green key on the bottom. They're all magnetized as well, so you'll see it when we do the assembly, but you got that bat face. And then you have all these little gargoyle pieces that'll go on the building that Batman's holding on to. So they have a nice bronze, copper type of paint job to them. Dirty metallic look, magnetized as well. And then technically the first layer of the box, man, look at that huge cape. You've got Batman, those 2 head sculpts, and that huge base. Dang, let's go ahead and take that out first. So I got number 173 out of just 300 for the edition size. Nice Batman decal, Neil Adams era logo. And check out this building. So much intricate detail sculpted in to the dragons, to the large pole that Batman's gonna be hanging off of. Then we have a couple of plumes of smoke, and you can see all those keyholes. We're gonna key in the bats mainly into all the smoke pieces. So these are the 2 smaller pieces. And then we have this larger piece of smoke, which actually keys into his cape. That's going to be pretty cool when we see that go down. But again, so many key notches. There's going to be bats everywhere on these pieces of smoke. And then finally, we get to Batman. So you see that blue glove. Look at all those folds around the wrist, the shadowing, the muscle definition under the costume. Of course, those long spikes. Then you've got him holding this rope with a batarang attached. You got a matte black finish on it, a shiny silver edge, and then Batman's body. So it's funny, for a Martin Canali sculpt, he's very lean. Similar glove on his right hand. You got those very long gauntlet spikes. Love the blue and gray with that bright yellow utility belt. Muscle definition is there, but again, very lean. You got some tread on the boots, and there's 2 keys on each one of the feet. So you have the strongest one on his right foot here, and we'll see that when we key it in. And then we have the cape, and that's what takes this Neil Adams Batman to more of a Kelly Jones comic book fantasy realm. Look at this woof, the length and movement in this thing, and then it turns to smoke at the edge here, almost like it's tattered. It's also very lightweight, just like the Superman premium format, but a little heavier because it feels like it's so much bigger, so much more cape going on here. It's kind of like a symbiote the way it looks. Then we have the two portraits. So you have the elongated ears, and then you have the short ear Batman. They also are faced slightly different. So you'll have the long ear Batman looking down, whereas the short ear is looking kind of straight forward. I gotta go with the long eared Batman anytime you give me a choice. Comment down below, which portrait do you like better? All right, onto the assembly. Bottom key in first, and then we're gonna go make sure that the top one lines in and sits flush. Then we're gonna start placing the smoke into the base. So that longer piece goes right there. And then remember what I said, it keys into the cape via 2 pegs. So there we go, and then we'll get that over Batman, making sure not to mess anything up, and it'll key into kind of his back shoulder area. And then the bottom of the cape, the smoke, keys in right there to the corner of the base, and then boom, the third piece. All the smoke is in. We can go ahead and put Batman's left hand there and then wrap the rope around the top of that spire. The Batarang keys in as well. And then for the next few minutes, we're gonna be placing the bats all around. I was keeping up with the Sideshow video, the instructions that say bat 1, bat 2, bat 3. And I don't know if I messed it up when putting the bats back into the bags, but I started to lose count and had to rely on the color coding. So it can be done, but I highly recommend using Sideshow's video. They took the time to show each piece with the corresponding number. But we started to get the hang of it here. As you can see, we're getting close to filling up all the smoke. And it's crazy what this looks like when it's done. There's a couple of pieces that are underneath the smoke. Just the wing getting keyed in right here. All right, then this guy with his wings up. Move it around to the side a little bit here. And yeah, there's just so many keyholes with so many bats to key in. Here's a little close-up of a wing going in. The bat with the white key up underneath here, another wing. I thought the Batman vs. Joker had a lot of pieces. This one might have it beat with all of these bats. Look, we're gonna continue to run up the smoke. There's one. This one right here. In the back, there's a little green keyhole. I almost missed this one. There you can see it. All right, then just going up the side here of the big smoke. All right. Then you have the red bat underneath just ahead. Next to that, you have a wing. There's even bats on the inside of the cape area, so you want to key those 2 pieces of bat. Then around on the back of the cape, you have a wing that goes here, and then another wing to the right of that. On top of the cape, it's cool because it goes down the cape to his fist. So you have this cape movement of him swinging it around his shoulder, and all the bats are crawling up his cape. All right, we're almost done. So the red key bat right here. Then we have the yellow key. And then at the tip of the cape. And there we go. Almost forgot this little guy on the bottom. And then those 4 kind of gargoyle heads, they just magnetize in all around this Space Needle. And then we can put Batman's portraits on. So of course I'm gonna go with the long-eared Kelly Jones inspired Batman portrait. Man, I'm a sucker for that art style and for the blue and gray. Love it, love how it has the whited out eyes, the furrowed brows. Look at all the shadowing. And it's very similar to this head sculpt, but like I said, he's looking forward and he's got those shorter ears. Another crazy intricate piece from Sideshow. They've really been going all out last year and this year. Look at the base. Not only is it the huge top of a building, it's on a slant. You can see all of the metallic shingles at the bottom. You have these dragon-like gargoyles above that, all of these spires and pillars, with the biggest one coming out of the middle and Batman holding on to it up top. And you can see a crack at the corner of the building where all of this smoke is billowing out and all of those bats are just flocking out, flying everywhere. A little bit to the right, a lot of them to the left, swooshing around his cape, across his back and down his arm. But the bats aren't even the part that stand out to me. I mean, looking at Batman himself, a huge quarter scale character up on top of this building, and like I mentioned, very lean for a Martine sculpt. And it's got a Neil Adams inspiration, but when you come around and look at this cape and how long it is and how it's flowing into the wind, morphing into the smoke, it's giving you that Kelly Jones comic book vibe. And that's what I love about this piece. I'm a sucker for the comic inspired pieces. Now, what I also like what they did with this one is they gave him a huge sculpted cape, but it doesn't obstruct your view of Batman at all. Not from the front, not from behind. You can still see his back with all the muscle definition, with the utility belt going around. It's positioned in such a way where you can see through the entire statue. It doesn't just blot everything out, which I think was a really great touch. They did it so seamless too. The whole motion, the whole silhouette of this piece, it just flows like a wave. Tall piece too, man. The tallest point of that building is 27 inches tall. You're about 20 inches deep and about 21 inches at its widest point. This was also priced pretty well. For what you're getting here, it was $690, and with that low edition size, you already know this thing is waitlisted. Not only did Martin Canali sculpt this, but he also designed it. The painters were Derek Rosengrant and Chi Azuma. And this is not the exclusive, this is the collector's edition. The exclusive is a black and gray painted variant limited to just 100. Of course, that's waitlisted as well. I'm really surprised that they took an A-list character, Batman, made a new premium format and made it with such a low edition size. That's really good for the hobby, it's good for collectors, and as you can see, waitlisted on both the exclusive and the collector's edition. If this review made you want to hop on that waitlist whatsoever, please use my link in the description and in the pinned comment. If it made you feel like this piece wasn't for you, that's good as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and stay minty fresh. Peace.